Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 3rd of April 2023. Welcome to the channel if you are new. Monday is the chance to begin playing Sudoku. Oh, it's the start of a week, start of a new week. Good chance to begin playing Sudoku if you've never tried the game before, or if you've maybe tried it a little bit and not known what to do with it, or how to go ahead and finish the game. Now usually on a Monday I'm going to spend lots of time telling you how in great detail how to play the game. But unfortunately, this is the beginning of my work schedule. I mean, my work has returned starting today. I'm going to be working at least 5 days a week. And so that's good news for me, but bad news for the channel. It means fewer games will be played. But let's see what I can fit in anyway. So I will be explaining the game, but just for those of you new to the channel, this is kind of my blog, daily blog, where I chat about anything going on that's bothering me or that I want to talk about, and with a game of Sudoku thrown in as well. Not much time to chat today, but I will notice that, or make note that Ryuki Sakamoto, the famed Japanese pop composer, rock composer I should say, really. Let's take that back and say music composer, because I'm not sure that he really fits into proper categorization in that way. A great composer, originally with Yellow Magic Orchestra, worked with all kinds of people. I think David Bowie and David Sylvian of Japan. No connection there of being Japanese or anything. Yeah, a great musician. Died at the age of 71, so that's sad news for music. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku, and if this is not enough explanation for you, just check back at the playlist at the end of easy games, and every Monday I have an easy game, and yesterday's Observer game also I gave a lot of explanation for beginners. So let's get on with the game and see what we can do. Now, what is the game about? Well, it's not really about numbers. It's about filling any things into these squares, and it just so happens that we use numbers to do that. So it's not a counting or numerical game or mathematical game, I should say, or anything like that. Now there are 9 squares across, so we use numbers as logic tokens. So we fill in numbers 1 to 9 in each row, every row down. You'll see that most rows, all rows in fact, have at least one number already filled in to give us a start. And then we do exactly the same thing with the columns. There are numbers 1 to 9. They're on exactly 9 squares, so the numbers 9 fit in exactly once. And then we have these smaller blocks that you can see, 3 by 3, and guess what, there are 9 squares there, and so we fill in the numbers. Now the thing to remember is because there are only 9 squares, each number can appear only once. That's the key thing to remember, right? So when we know that, we'll use that idea to fill in the digits and finish the game. So what do we mean by that? Well, okay, so we have a 1 in this column already, so that means that no other square in this column can contain a 1 because we have 1 here. Got it? Now in this, the same thing here, for this 1 here, no other square in this column can contain a 1 because we have 1 in this column. Now I hope you're looking at this block here. Now we have 1 in this row. It means no other square in this row can contain a 1. And then we have a 1 in this row here, and it means that no other square in this row can contain 1. So 1 blocking down here, blocking up here, across. When I say blocking, I mean stops from reappearing. And when we look at this block down here, this 3 by 3 block, what do we see? We see there's just 1 empty square. So we know for sure that the 1 must go in this square because it can't go in any other place. It's just impossible. And so we know that the 1 fits into that square, and we can put it in. Okay, so that's the basic idea of the game. We just go around the board looking for similar kinds of ideas and patterns, which will give us only one possibility where the number can go. And once we understand there is only one, once we recognize that there is only one possible place where it can go, then we can fill it in, and that's all you need to understand, really. Now I don't play these games ahead of time. But I will see, so I have to look for the idea. Okay, now I'm going to do it like this. So you see the 6s blocking down. I'm not going to bother going back up this time because I'm not interested in going up. I'm going down the columns here. So these 6s block down like this, and then we have a 6 blocking across this row. Do you see? So these 3 6s intersect into this block here and leave only this square where a 6 can go. Okay, getting the idea now? Good, good. Now also with the ones, we can have one blocking down here and one across here and one across here like this. Now because we filled, now a moment ago one could have appeared in either this square or this square, right, a moment ago, but now we've filled in with this 6, we've only have one possibility. And so now, even though just a few seconds ago we couldn't have put in the 1, now we can, because we've now put 6 into this square and the 1 fits there. Okay. Like I say, I don't play these games ahead of time, so I have to look, and it is quite early in the morning here. But hopefully I'll find the next. I can't find the next number. Oh dear, that's not good, is it, on a beginner's day? So let's just click through the numbers and look in that way, and hopefully I'll find something a bit faster, because I do need to get a move on. As I say, I'm a bit behind schedule today, to be honest with you. Should be okay, so we have 6 blocking across here, 6 across here, and 6 up here. So we fit a 6 into that square there. Eight blocks across here and 8 blocks across here. So now a moment ago we couldn't have put the 8 here because we had 2 empty squares, but now we've only got 1, so we can put the 8 here now. And 9 blocks across here and 9 blocks up here, so that's going to give us a 9 in that square there. 9 blocks down here, 9 blocks up, oops, excuse me, and up here, and 9 blocks across here, so you can see that the 9 fits into that square there. So you may be thinking, oh, is that it? Are we stuck now? No, we can go back and check the numbers again, because things have changed. I mean, after you make a change in Sudoku, other things occur. So look, now we can do more 1s where we couldn't do 1 before. Now we have 1 blocking across here and 1, oops, excuse me, mouse has gone a bit crazy. 1 blocking across here and 1 blocking up here. So now in this block we can fit a 1 here where we couldn't a moment ago, and now we can see the 1s blocking across here and up here, and that's the final digit 1, because we now have 1 in every one of our small 3x3 blocks. And of course, because each block contains 1 to 9 only, that means we have done with digit 1. There's no more 1s to find, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. And of course, you don't have to take these a bit by bit. Right, okay, now this is a slightly different thing to look at. We have 3 empty squares in this row. We've got everything except 2, 3, and 7. That's what we need to complete this row here. We've got everything else. Now you can see that there is already a 3 in this block. Remember, a number can appear once in its block only. So that means that this 3 says that these squares can't be 3. Or you could actually say we have 3s blocking down here as well, blocking these digits, these squares rather. Either way, it doesn't matter, but 3 definitely can't appear in either of these 2 squares. And now there's only 1 square left in this row, so we know that the 3 must appear there. I want to show you a little bit of kind of what if, because what you'll need to do to play Sudoku is to try to follow the numbers around the columns and rows. So look at this 3 blocking down here like this, and 3 blocking across here like this. Do you see? So what does that mean? Down here we have 2 possibilities for 3. It either appears in this square or this square. Which one? Don't know. Not sure. Can't tell at the moment, but that's okay. We know that it appears in either this square or this square, so I'm going to mark them up like this in blue. Now it doesn't matter which square it appears in. It certainly can't appear in any of these squares now, because we know it's in this square or this square. So for this column here, 3 is blocked from these 3 squares because 3 must be either in this square or this square. Okay, now we have 3 blocking across here and 3 blocking down here. So in this block here, we know that the 3 must appear in that square there. Hope you understood that. If not, just go back, watch it again, and you need to understand that kind of concept, a kind of what if type thinking. 3's block across here like this, and that's going to put a 3 in that square there. Okay, and right now I know that I can get this number here. I don't know what it is yet, I haven't looked, but I know that I can get it. How do I know that? Because in this row here there are just 2 numbers missing, and they are in this block here. So when I look through and find the missing numbers for here and here, and it doesn't matter whether I can place them or not, whether I know it's this way round or this way round, whatever, I can certainly know that this will be the final number for this block. Let me show you what I mean. So the missing numbers here are 2 and 7. Now actually I can place the 2, but imagine I don't know which is which. So one of these is 2 and one of them is 7, and I've got this square left to fill in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, there's no 4, is there? So I know that that's got to be a 4. Now I could have just said 4 blocks across here and that goes up here, of course. Yes, there are many ways to look at things, but just giving you an idea about what to do. Now 2 blocks up here, that means that this is a 2 and this is our 7. And then we have 4 blocking across all the way here and 4 up here, and that's going to put a 4 into that square there. Hope you're following all this. Like I say, you can always go back and watch it again if it's too tricky. Now we have 2 empty squares in this row, and the missing numbers are 5 and 7. That's what we don't yet have for this row here, and 5 and 7 must fit into these 2 empty squares. Now if you look down here, you'll notice we have a 7 already. That means, can this square be a 7? No, because it blocks up here. So we know that the 7 must be in that square and the 5 must be in that square. Okay. Here's another idea. There are 3 empty squares up here, and when we look through and see what's missing, we find that the missing numbers are 3, 5 and 9. I'm just looking at the clock to make sure I've got enough time. Okay, we're still okay. 3, 5 and 9 are missing here. Now let's see, let's consider this square here. Can it be 3? And we look down here and say no, it can't be 3 because we've got a 3 in this block already. Can it be 5? Maybe. Can it be 9? No, it can't be 9 because we've got 3 and 9 in this column already. So when you see, if you have only 3 numbers to get like this and 2 of them are in the same column, intersects here, well, it can't be either of these 2, so it has to be the other number. So it's not 3, it's not 9. We know that it must be 5. And again, like I say, if any of this is too quick, just go back and have another look at it. Right, now we are going forwards. We've got 7 blocking up here. One of the missing numbers in these 2 squares is 7, so 7 has to be in this square. And now there's only one number left to complete this block here, and that's going to be a 2. We have everything else, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so that's 2. That goes there. Now 2's also block across these 2 rows, and that gives us a 2 in that square. Then this 2 blocks down here. Oh, forget that. I was going to tell you something where I couldn't find the next number, but never mind, just ignore. Proves that, oh, by the way, about making mistakes, you will make mistakes in Sudoku, everybody does. But the thing is, if you see the mistake immediately, you can undo it. You can rub it out if you're using pencil, cross it out if you're using pen, erase it if you're using a computer, if you see it immediately. But if you made a mistake and you realize you've made a couple of moves after, it might be a good idea to restart the puzzle. Just wipe it all out and start again. That's often a good way to go forwards if you have made a mistake and not noticed it for some time. That's my advice on making mistakes, and I can give you good advice on making mistakes because I make a lot of them, and if you join this channel you'll see the mistakes that I like to make. We have 6 blocking across here and 6 blocking across here and 6 down here, so that's going to give us a 6 in this square. 6 blocks down here and across here, so that gives us a 6 in that square. The missing numbers in this column here are 4 and 5. We don't yet have 4 or 5 to complete this column. And I hope you notice already that the 5 is here. So can this be 5? No, 5 must be here, and 4 will complete the block like this. Now we also have 4 blocking down here and 4 across here, so we know that 4 is in this square, 4 blocks across here and 4 blocks down here. So in this block here, 4 will appear here, 4 blocks down here, and across here, 4 goes there. 4 blocks, 4 blocks across here, and down down here. If I can go in a straight line, that will give me the final digit 4 again. So now numbers 1, 4 and 6 are complete. We have all of them on the grid, so we have the other numbers to look for. Right, now we have 2 blocking down here and down here, so that's going to put 2 into that square. 2 blocks across here and 2 blocks down here, that puts a 2 into this square. As I say, sorry I'm going a bit fast. It could be a little bit fast if you're brand new to Sudoku, but I am in a bit of a hurry today, so there's the final digit 2. I do have life and work to fit into these games. I'm not a professional YouTuber or a professional Sudokan or anything like that, of course. I just play the games for fun, obviously. And okay, so let's see what else we can do. So I have to look around the grid. Like I say, I don't play these games ahead of time. So the next thing I see is the 3 blocking across here and 3 blocking down here. So that will put the 3 into that square there. I'm going to just click on some digits and see what I can see. We have 5 blocking across here, so that puts the 5 there. We have 5 blocking across here, that puts the 5 here. 5 blocking across here and 5 down here puts the 5 here. 5 up here, 5 across here means that the final digit 5 goes there. We have all of the 5s now. Let's see about the 7s. We have 7 up here and 7 down here, so 7 goes here. Or you could have just looked down here and seen that there's just 1 empty square in this column, and of course it will be the same number. It has to be 7. Okay. Now there's 1 empty square in this row here. We don't yet have an 8, so we'll put the 8 in here. There's 1 empty square in this block, and we can do that, and that's a 7 to fill in here. Now 7 blocks down here, that gives us a 7 in this square. And we just need an 8 to complete this block and this column. Of course, it's the same number. And then in this row, what do we need? We need a 9 to complete this row. We don't yet have a 9, so we'll put the 9 there. We also have 9 blocking across here, so we know that 9 goes in that square. 9 blocks up here, and that gives us a 9 there. 9 blocks up here, and that gives us a 9 in that square, which was the final 9. Now there's 1 number missing for this block or this row. It's a 3. That's 3. I often, by the way, new to the channel, you'll find I often hit the wrong keys on the keyboard. 3's blocking across like that. That gives me a 3 there. Now we have only 7 and 8 to look for. We have everything except 7 or 8. Now I see a 7 here, so I know without looking too hard that that's got to be an 8. The 8 blocks across here, so in this block down here, that has to be an 8. 8 blocks up here and 8 goes there. And 8 is the missing number for this block or this row, like so. Now we're only missing digit 7, so 7 fills up here and here. And that's your beginner's level Sudoku on a Monday. And like I say, you can check out the beginner's list. There should be a square box with a list of beginner's puzzles coming up for you right now. See ya. Bye bye.